Ladies and gentlemen, please ensure your glasses and devices are charged. Our annual award ceremony is about to begin. But first, let's take a moment to reflect on what Devil Raiders accomplished in 2020.
Hello, Devil Raiders. Just as that video showed, 2020 was a heck of a year. But in spite of those impediments that our wing faced, our team continued to thrive and execute our no-fail mission in support of our national security objectives. From responding to natural disasters, to surging in Afghanistan, to supporting retrograde operations all around the world, our team did remarkable things, and we did it all through the COVID-19 pandemic.
As we look back on this past year, Colonel Jackson and I are incredibly proud of our Wing's 2020 performance, and we are excited, although in a very different format, to recognize star performers from our Wing. During this time, we would typically have an awards ceremony that's in person and hand you your hardware in front of all of your peers and your leadership teams. But right now is just not the time to get after that. So, in typical Devil Raider fashion, we adapted and we overcame to bring you this video. Congratulations to all of our award nominees and winners.
It is now my pleasure to introduce to you the 621st Contingency Response Wing's 2020 Annual Award nominees. The Airmen of the Year nominees are Senior Airman Brooke Bordeny from the 621st Contingency Response Group, Senior Airman Nicholas Kemp from the 621st Air Mobility Advisory Group, Senior Airman Chad Coetzee from the 821st Contingency Response Group, and Senior Airman Jalen Parsons from the 621st Contingency Response Wing staff agencies. The Non-Commissioned Officer of the Year nominees are Technical Sergeant Antonio Lofton from the 621st Contingency Response Group, Staff Sergeant Saul Morales from the 821st Contingency Response Group, Technical Sergeant Wesley Nesting from the 621st Contingency Response Wing staff agencies, and Technical Sergeant Jonathan Peavy from the 621st Air Mobility Advisory Group. The Senior Non-Commissioned Officer of the Year nominees are Master Sergeant Caleb Dysart from the 621st Air Mobility Advisory Group, Master Sergeant Sidney Frith from the 621st Contingency Response Group, Master Sergeant Kirsten Sigerson from the 621st Contingency Response Wing staff agencies, Senior Master Sergeant Justin Weger from the 821st Contingency Response Group. The Company Grade Officer of the Year nominees are Captain Sean Bryant from the 821st Contingency Response Group, Captain Kyle Duran from the 621st Contingency Response Wing staff agencies, Captain Glenn Gresha from the 621st Contingency Response Group, Captain Ruben Luone from the 621st Air Mobility Advisory Group. The Field Grade Officer of the Year nominees are Major Benjamin Busler from the 821st Contingency Response Group, Major Craig Duffy from the 621st Contingency Response Group, Major Jordan Howen from the 621st Contingency Response Wing staff agencies, Major Stephen White from the 621st Air Mobility Advisory Group. The First Sergeant of the Year nominees are Master Sergeant Chad Anderson from the 821st Contingency Response Group, Master Sergeant Cole Shepard from the 621st Air Mobility Advisory Group, Master Sergeant Emily Vaughn from the 621st Contingency Response Group. The Volunteer of the Year nominees are Airman First Class Lawrence Pierre from the 821st Contingency Response Group, Major Erica Pridgeon from the 621st Air Mobility Advisory Group, Technical Sergeant Kelly Young from the 621st Contingency Response Group. The Category 1 Civilian of the Year nominees are Sandra Bolin from the 621st Air Mobility Advisory Group, Owen Graff from the 621st Contingency Response Group. The Category 2 Civilian of the Year nominee is Melissa Strength from the 621st Air Mobility Advisory Group. The Category 3 Civilian of the Year nominee is Donald Bryan from the 621st Contingency Response Wing Staff Agencies. The Key Spouse of the Year nominees are Laura Crosby from the 621st Contingency Response Group, Moshe O'Jordan from the 621st Air Mobility Advisory Group. The Team of the Year nominees are Current Operations from the 821st Contingency Response Group, Communications Flight from the 621st Contingency Response Support Squadron, 609th Air Operations Center Augmentation Team from the 321st Air Mobility Operations Squadron, Wing Intelligence Support Team from the 621st Contingency Response Wing Staff Agencies.
Our first category is the Airmen of the Year. In a strategically significant organization like the 621 CRW, we expect all of our airmen to outperform their peers in other wings, but one airman stood out this year for her exceptional performance. The Airman of the Year is Senior Airman Jalen Parsons from Wing XP. Airman Parsons excelled as a wing logistics planner and was crucial to maintaining readiness across the wing despite all of the challenges presented by COVID-19. Congratulations, Airman Parsons.
Next up, we have the Non-Commissioned Officer of the Year. Our NCOs are vital contributors to the mission success and the backbone of our wing. We wouldn't be able to execute our mission at such a high caliber without them. The Non-Commissioned Officer of the Year is Technical Sergeant Antonio Lofton from the 321 CRS. Sergeant Lofton established himself as one of the wing's experts on drones and found ways to use them for 621 CRW missions and counter threats posed by non-friendly drones. Great job, Sergeant Lofton.
The Senior Non-Commissioned Officer category was extremely competitive since we had so many senior enlisted leaders across our wing that provided vital contributions to our mission during 2020. Still, one Devil Raider distinguished himself among all these stars. The Senior Non-Commissioned Officer of the Year is Master Sergeant Caleb Dysert of the 571 MSAS. Sergeant Dysert led the first international building partnership mission that occurred after COVID-19 hit the US. He led a team of air advisors to Ecuador on a mobile training team mission. And he also graduated with honors from the Marine Corps Senior Non-Commissioned Officer Academy. Way to lead from the front, Sergeant Dysert. Congratulations.
Our company grade officers are the frontline leaders of the diverse mission set that we execute in the 621 CRW. And the CGO of the Year set themselves apart from their peers through exceptional performance. Our company grade officer of the year is Captain Ruben Luome from the 621 AMAG. Captain Luome developed a virtual air advising program in response to the challenges presented by COVID-19 and led the first ever virtual building partnership mission with the Panamanian Defense Force. Congratulations, Captain Luome.
Our next category is the Field Grade Officer of the Year. The FGOs in this wing consistently impress with their flexibility and innovation, and this year's winner embodied those traits while performing at an elite level. The Field Grade Officer of the Year is Major Jordan Howen from our wing staff. Major Howen led an assessment team that supported a State Department coordinated international COVID-19 repatriation mission, and he served as the lead for our wing's Airfield Assessment Summit. Great work, Major Howland. Congratulations.
2020 brought unprecedented challenges to the front doorsteps of our airmen and their families. Whether you're single, married, with or without children, it's not lost on us that many Devil Raiders faced hardships both at home and at work. The wing would not have been able to accomplish all of the great things that we did in this last year without the tireless efforts of our first sergeants, who were always there to support us along the way. The first sergeant of the year is Master Sergeant Chad Anderson of the 921 CRS. Sergeant Anderson played a key role in coordinating with the Travis Air Force Base Medical Group to obtain COVID-19 support to keep the 621 CRW's mission going during the pandemic. And he supported all 144 members of his squadron during the wildfire evacuation that occurred in August. Thank you for all of your tireless and hard work, Shirt.
One of the things that makes us most proud of our Devil Raiders is the work that we put into improving the local communities in which we live. The selflessness showed by our volunteers is amazing, and it shows everyone how our airmen truly embody service before self, both in and out of uniform. Our Volunteer of the Year is Technical Sergeant Kelly Young from the 621 CRS. Sergeant Young raised over $800,000 to allow 224 service members to travel home over the holidays cost-free. Additionally, he organized contact-free food drives to keep community members in need fed despite the challenges presented by the pandemic. Amazing work. Congratulations, Sergeant Young.
When we talk about airmen in this wing, we're talking about our Big A airmen, those who wear the uniform and those who don't, but still choose to serve in this wing and our nation. Our civilian employees play a key role in keeping the mission going, and we know that we wouldn't be able to do what we do without their support. The Civilian Category 1 Employee of the Year is Mr. Owen Graft from the 621 CRS. Mr. Graft kept the front office functioning during COVID-19 and didn't miss a beat in supporting the airmen in his squadron. And as he continued to take care of his troops by processing awards, decorations, and re-enlistments. Congratulations, Mr. Graff.
Our wing's civilian employees don't just work with and take care of Devil Raiders, but they are Devil Raiders who also have a strategic impact on our mission, like the winner of this category. Our Civilian Category 2 Employee of the Year is Mrs. Melissa Strength from the 621 AMAG. In her role as the Group Resource Advisor, Mrs. Strength oversaw a $5 million budget, and she secured a $425,000 unfunded request at the end of the fiscal year that was endorsed by leaders at AMC. Great work, Mrs. Strength. Congratulations.
Our civilians have an impact well beyond our wing, which was proven by this year's Civilian Category 3 winner. The Civilian Category 3 Employee of the Year is Mr. Donald Bryan, also known as Coach from our Wing XP shop. Coach oversaw the Wing's COVID data tracking program and helped establish testing site protocols, which enabled the 621 CRW to continue executing missions during the pandemic. Thank you for your leadership, Coach.
With how much Devil Raiders are out on the road, our key spouses are invaluable as they help ensure our airmen and their families are always cared for. This year's winner made exceptional contributions to her squadron. The Key Spouse of the Year is Mrs. Laura Crosby of the 621 CRS. Mrs. Crosby organized numerous family activities to include a drive-through ice cream social during COVID-19, and she organized outdoor coffee hours with other key spouses and family members to keep the squadron connected during the pandemic. Impressive work, Mrs. Crosby. Congratulations.
Last, but definitely not least, is the Team Award. All of the successes this wing has achieved over the last year has been a result of teamwork and group efforts. But unfortunately, we are only able to recognize one team with this award. The Team of the Year winner is the 821 CRG Current Ops Section. As a team, this group of Devil Raiders accomplished a wide variety of missions ranging from executing a local multi-wing exercise that trained 170 personnel to participating in a EUCOM mission that trained Israeli Defense Forces on a $25 million asset. Congratulations to all of you. Congratulations to all of our 2020 annual award winners. We are so proud to have you as part of this wing and this team. Great job.
Thank you all for tuning in for this unique, but still very special ceremony. We will be back in person next year for this ceremony, but in the meantime, our charge to all of you is to continue to find ways to operate through COVID-19 and to do your part to remain always ready, always resilient, and always caring. To all our Devil Raiders, near and far, past, present, and future, give them hell.